try to get us set up here in a second. We should be almost ready to go. We are now just about to start the partial eclipse phase. And it's a really breezy morning. We're also, of course, we're past the beginning of the eclipse. We're into what we call a partial eclipse now, which just means it's going to get much darker here shortly. A very windy spot. I apologize for that. There's not too much I can do about the wind, I guess. Hopefully it'll die down a little bit through the broadcast. And the hells could be shaking a little bit due to the wind as well. Much higher breeze than I thought we'd expect here this morning, but morning, Kevin. Okay, I just gotta grab my cup of coffee here because it's a little chilly. Morning, Jamie and Fiona. You're at a breezy location here this morning. I guess it's breezy no matter where we are. Just wanted to ask people, is the image coming through in the proper orientation? If someone could comment on that, I'd appreciate it. I've got the phone turned for landscape kind of mode, and I'm hoping that it's coming through in the right orientation. Expect to be here with you. It's all good, thank you. Thanks very much, folks. Thanks. It is a bit breezy. Sharing coffee. I love the Daryl. It's about all I could get for a location. We tried a couple of spots here this morning. We just kind of panicked trying to get around to get to one spot. This is what we just want to get. We are a little bit of a shelter. It's about 60 kilometers per hour. So, hey, Paul from the UK. Morning, Tanya. It is a chilly one for sure. Going to get a whole lot chillier, I think, as the year goes on, though. It's great to be able to see it start happening. Take a look outside, you'll get to see exactly what we're seeing here. It's actually being eclipsed by our Earth right at the moment. Lots of yeah, sorry about that, Daryl. Thanks, Rob and Lisa. Sorry about the difficulty hearing me, folks. It is very difficult here with the wind. The wind is up around 60 kilometers right now, so it's getting difficult just to hold the image still. At least it's not foggy, you're right. broadcasting Halifax right now. Where am I broadcasting from? I'm from it's St. John, Daryl. I'm at a location known as Kennebecasis Drive. There's a yacht club a little distance away from me, and I'm right along the water here, which is probably going to give me the best view as the moon gets down closer to the horizon. So it's still up there fairly high. I thought it was going to be a lot farther down. Eh? Mike Powell's here with me as well, my support team. He's capturing some photos here. I was going to add a filter to the moon view here, but I'm not going to bother simply because I think it's going to give us a lot more contrast here as it darkens down a bit. Good morning from Hampton. Chilly and windy outside for sure, Steve. It is. We've got a while here to spend together. It's going to be at least another hour or so. Moonset for us is about 7:19 this morning, so we've got some time to spend together here. I'm wrapped up in my winter parka. I suspect that might not be enough as the wind keeps up. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, the audio is going to improve maybe as the wind starts to die down a bit. I didn't think that might help much. Greetings from Yarker, Ontario. Hey. Hey, Kevin. It's a pleasure, Robin. And the wind's picking up again, so you're going to lose my voice again. I'll talk when it's not windy. How's that? Getting pretty dramatic here now, of course. As the moon moves completely into our shadow, the umbra part of our shadow, it's going to be completely dark, and then all of a sudden it'll glow this nice reddish orange, hopefully. We got lots of time yet before things are happening. As we can see, we've already passed what we call the penumbral eclipse, so that's the point when the moon has just passed through the fainter part of our shadow, we'll call it. Our shadow gets cast millions of miles out into space, and what's happening now is the moon is beginning to pass into that darker part of our shadow called the umbra. Hey, Don. Chilly one tonight, 5 degrees. Yeah, it's about 5 here as well. Shaking a little bit just due to the wind. Of course, course, it shakes the telescope. Like the telescope acts like a sail a bit, so. Early yet. It's only 5:20, so we've got lots of time. So we get 34 people on here with us now. If you'd like to share it, go ahead. I'm going to be live here for a while yet. Very windy. Now our maximum, the total eclipse doesn't begin until 6:16 this morning, so we've got some time before that, of course. Almost another hour yet before it's totally eclipsed, and then our maximum eclipse comes at 6:59, and we'll be live here until 7:19 as the moon sets. Windy, for sure. Good morning from Norton. Hi, Sue. Hey, Trudy. Very breezy here as well. To say the least, huh? Wow. See this guy? We'll be live on CBC at 6:30 this morning as well, so hopefully we'll be able to hear you on the other phone. Yeah. It's holding pretty good as far as staying
at all.
Staying image though. Shaking a little bit. Yeah. Wow, that's chilly. Straight through you.
Actually, I love this. I'm warm as heck.
No, I have my electric and then plug in the batteries. Good morning, Kathleen. From Cedar Camp, New Brunswick. Welcome. What's that?
If I get my feeling back,
Yeah, that's a thing.
You
know? No. There's a guy over in Italy, though, who wants me to send some pictures. I'm going to see if I can send it on my phone. He's live right now.
Wow.
He's getting pictures from around the world. So, again. Hey, Carrie. Where's she from now? I'm going to hit the chat button again. Well, Canada, California. Hey, Carrie. Welcome. Hey, Sue. We've got about another, almost another hour before we get totally eclipsed here. Sorry about the volume. That's just the wind that's overcoming my voice, of course. I'm trying to stay as close to the phone as I can. Good morning from Uptown St. John. Hey. The Blends Grooming Lounge. Welcome. Hi, Dan in Moncton. Wonderful view from your front yard. Awesome. Hi, Rosanna. JD and I have a fabulous view from Apahawk. Awesome. That's Rosanna. Okay, we've got a little while to go yet before we get totally eclipsed. Good morning, Dan. That is chilly. dramatic out there right now. If you happen to get outside, get out and take a look, you'll see that it's quite dramatic in its movement right now. You're seeing exactly what you're seeing here on the screen, except this view is left to right reversed because I'm passing it through a refractor telescope with a diagonal on it. So give me a little bit. Yeah, it is very windy for sure. Winds are about 60 kilometers an hour, gusting maybe to 70 right at the moment. I am at a spot where I'm kind of in the open water area, because I was trying to get the moon completely as it gets close to the horizon when we get into our full eclipse. So that meant that I had to get to a spot that was a little bit windy. I don't think you can get to a spot that's sheltered anywhere around where I am. You still get a good view, but quite windy where I am, that's for sure. And I know it's difficult to hear me. That's the problem with the phone. Sorry about that, but I'll try to get to you when it's not so windy. I'll start speaking. So this is our last lunar eclipse, total lunar eclipse until 2025. Of course, our next big event is going to be on April the 8th of 2024. Not that far away, when we have a total solar eclipse right over the province of New Brunswick. Oh, thanks, Sue. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to bring it to you. I don't have a shelter here. If I had a shelter in front of the telescope, of course, we wouldn't see anything, and that's the direction that the wind is coming, right directly at my face. So, oh, hi, Rose from Ireland. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Across the pond.
Across the pond. Well, we're looking across.
Here we go. Yeah, we are looking across the pond. Hi, Alan from the pan. Quite chilly compared to yesterday, for sure. Yeah, I think we were spoiled. We're getting back to normal temperatures now, I guess. I think it's supposed to be this cool and clear for a couple of days, and then moving into some rain, I think, for the lead into the weekend. A little bit milder as well.
It wouldn't be bad if it wasn't for the wind.
Yeah.
Clear sky.
It's nice clear sky, yeah. Looks like the clouds down around the horizon have left,
Yeah.
so that should be good. Of course, this is our second lunar eclipse of the year. Good morning, Lisa. Second lunar eclipse of the year. The first one was back in, I think it was May. Okay. We had a partial solar eclipse, what they call an annular eclipse, when the moon doesn't block out the complete disk of the sun. That happened a couple of weeks ago, and they always come in pairs. A solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse always come together, about 2 weeks apart. Of course, the solar eclipse comes when there's a new moon, and the lunar eclipse can only come when there's a full moon. Oh, thanks, Carrie. I'm glad you could join us. That's the one thing about technology, I guess, is that places that may be clouded out today, there are some that have a clear sky, and very clear. Let's not forget the cold for sure. Oh, goodness.
We'll pretend we're in California.
Yeah. Or anywhere else.
There you go.
Very breezy. The scope is shaking just a small amount, but not as bad as what I thought it would. It's a tiny scope. It's only a 3-inch refractor telescope. Good morning, Stefan. Sitting here on a Nexstar SE mount, which is a tracking mount, so it's tracking the moon across the sky. Good morning, Madame Chapman from Riverview.
Is Stefan catching this?
Yeah, I think so. Stefan, he's catching it too. Some people are waking up now, see?
Yeah. Others are smart.
Others are smart and stayed in bed, that's right. Or beside their nice warm cup of coffee, sitting watching this at home. That's okay. Hopefully no, that's the one thing I don't know, whether I adjust for my glasses or without my glasses. Is that focused for you?
Well,
Okay. That'll do then.
probably better than my camera.
You have to love an eclipse, don't you? And the fact is that they're so magical. I mean, imagine what this would have looked like to those many, many years ago, when they would have looked up at this and wondered what was happening, especially with a solar eclipse. I guess that would be pretty difficult for people to justify, I'm sure, back then, years and years ago. Today we know exactly to the minute when it's going to happen, when the next one's going to be, and actually they've got the next bunch planned out for the next 100 years or so. I find out my information on timeanddate.com. I think they're offering a live feed as well this morning. A lovely breezy morning, for sure, Robert. Timeanddate.com, if you go there, you can click on eclipses and it'll show you the next number of eclipses that are happening in your area. Our next big event again is on April the 8th of 2024, when we have our total solar eclipse passing over the province. From St. John, we'll have about 99% or so. But you just have to go as far as Fredericton, and it'll be a strip right across the province from about Fredericton up to, say, Miramichi. That will have totality right across the province. Now, April 8th, you know, weather-wise, yike. We can hope for the best, but it's not known that it has, if they look back in the last 100 years or so, it's been cloudy 72% of the time in St. John on that particular date. Now, I guess maybe the farther south you go, you get into some place like, I don't know, New Mexico, someplace like that. It might be clear and dry, but you might miss it there as well. So it's difficult to know where to be. I'm going to try it from here, I think, from St. John, or actually I'll probably be in Fredericton, or I'd like to catch totality. If you're going to be that close, you might as well get up a little farther up the river. That's another year and a half away, so we've got some time yet for that. Our next lunar eclipse doesn't arrive until 2025. Now, there's a reason why we don't have an eclipse every month as well. I mean, we know that the sun and Earth and Moon have a little celestial dance going on all the time, but we're not completely in parallel all the time. We're not on the same plane, I'll say. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Pat. The wind dies down before I do some more talking. Marvelous night for a moon dance, for sure. I agree, Rose. It's really coming out to be a really nice view out there right now. If you're outside at all and you get a chance to take a look, it is pretty impressive. Just with the naked eye. Binoculars will give you a really nice view as well if you have a set. Oh, hey Paul, that's great. Good to see that it's that you're here. Good to have you here. Sorry about your weather over there. Good morning, Gail. Hey, Andrew. I'm awake here in Fredericton, and I'm going to go back to bed. The moon is seen up from the window, but not when I get... There you go. Well, I'm happy that you can enjoy it. That's for sure. Hi, Amy. My kid was the one that told me that he wanted to be up at 5:30 for the eclipse. There you go. I just told him. Just started, and he said, "Take a picture." Rolled both. That's awesome. Amy, my kid, was the one that said he wanted to be up for the eclipse. She said she woke him up and he rolled over and said, "Take a picture," and went back to bed. Well, you can show him the video later, Amy. This will be up on my YouTube channel later on, so and he can zip through the parts that he doesn't want. There you go. We're almost 50% eclipse now, almost. Now look at that. See, if that was a flat Earth, that wouldn't be a round shape now, would it? If that was a flat Earth, it wouldn't be a round shape now, would it? Although it might be, we turn sideways.
Yeah, if we're a plate.
Yeah, if we're a plate. I'm looking forward to the dramatic part now when it gets completely black and it snaps into that orange color.
Yeah, me too. Starting to see a little bit of shine.
Watching through binoculars there. Yeah, Steve, it is great through binoculars. People, if you have a set, take them out, take a look. It's quite impressive through binoculars. Just you get the same views you get here pretty well. I'm using a small 3-inch refractor telescope here. It's an Astrotech AT72 ED telescope. It's got dual layers of glass, I guess, in it, a refractor. I'm using a 40mm eyepiece on the end of it. It's probably giving me about 20 times, I'll say, magnification, not very much. I didn't want to be too heavy on it anyway. The more I magnify, the more the image is going to shake, so I just like to keep it where it is. I'm using a Celestron NextYZ adapter. You can type that in on Google, find out what that means. It's an adapter that clamps around my eyepiece, and my phone sits inside that clamp. And that's how I'm offering you the view live here. Hey Corey, welcome. Go ahead and share, folks, if you have an opportunity. Love to get as many people on here as we can this morning. We're up to about 105 now. That's great. As people wake up, maybe we'll get a few more. The stages appearing here on the live stream seem slightly ahead of what I see with the naked eye. Only seems like 30%. Oh, not sure why that would be, but make a wish. Here we go. Morning, Jason. Mr. Legier. Good morning, all. Set up on base Gagetown. Wind is blowing straight at me. There you go. Neat how you can see the Earth moving. That's for sure. Thank you, Sonia, for sharing. Will it turn red? It will, for sure. But we have to wait until we get to that point. Once it's totally eclipsed, we should get that nice red-orange color. So the moon is slipping into the darker part of our shadow. Thank you, Robin, for sharing that as well. Like to see as many as we can get on here, folks. Let's get this around the world here. That'd be cool. So drop out a share. Glad I woke up early. There we go. We still have some time yet. We're into what? Where are we now? I guess 6:19 or so. We have maximum. So we're still 40 minutes, I guess, from maximum. Whoa! I think we're only about 20 minutes or so though till the first of totality. Nice big bite of the moon there now. Oh yes, for sure. That's binoculars are a great idea to enjoy the moon, the Pleiades star cluster, the Milky Way, all kinds of things. Binoculars are really just two telescopes joined together. They give you the right orientation. They're portable. They're lightweight. They're a great tool to get started with in the hobby, for sure. And they're reasonably inexpensive as well. It's light infrared in my telescope now. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably not getting as much of it yet. I'll brighten it up a bit. There we can see there is a bit of a tint. We'll hop back to the other way though. And we just ruined the image there. Hang on a second. Let's get that back to where we were. Darken down, come on. Try the view here just a minute. Way too bright. Come on down. There we go. Settle down. There we go. Last spot of the moon until 2025. That's right. Telescope, but have binoculars. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, Robin. Binoculars will really help a lot, for sure. And you get to use both eyes as well, so that does give you a nice 3D effect, I guess. Hi from Riverview. Welcome, Shane. So if I brighten up the image, we would get to see a bit more of the reddish, but I'm going to kind of wait until it gets totally eclipsed here. And I think it'll stand right out to us anyway once that happens. Got a filter here ready if we need to. 27 shares. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Trudy. Don't blow away for sure. I'm trying. Morning from Moncton. Hey, Kathy. You can see it out your bedroom window. There you go. Yeah, it's getting a bit lower, but we still got some time here to enjoy it together. We're doing about 34 minutes of it now so far, the total part. A little tough to hear me, I know. The wind here is quite strong this morning. Kind of out in the open a bit, but needed to be in a spot like this to be able to catch the moon close to the horizon. So. Moon there tonight, right now. Still high enough that I'm getting clear sky. Awesome, there you go. Hey Pat. Hi, from Mill River, welcome. Anybody new on here? We're offering this total lunar eclipse from St. John, New Brunswick. Here in Atlantic, Canada, under some clear but very, very windy skies. Hi, Ellen. The image appears opposite of what you do is because I'm using a telescope that has a diagonal on it, which is another mirror basically in the field of view. And when I do that, the image gets flipped left to right. In a refractor telescope, that's what happens. Looking in from Ireland, welcome Rose. Thanks for joining us. Awesome view, just shared from Belle Isle. Thank you, Barry. Ryan is a bonus for sure. It is up there really nicely. Well, my head is just crystal clear. PA, I love Canada. It's beautiful. Thank you for joining us. the binoculars do give you a great view for sure. If you have a set, take them out, take a look. You're really going to be blown away by the view for sure. And binoculars always give you a nice view of the moon. There's so much detail being that you can reveal with just binoculars. They're getting really dramatic here now, I guess. Try to keep the focus as close as I can with the wind blowing. It's going to get much brighter on the left-hand side as the phone tries to compensate for exposure. The phone wants everything to be bright in the image, so it's trying to brighten up parts of it that it can't at the moment. But it won't be long before we get the totality happening and we get to see that nice orange blood moon. It is moving fast. That's us moving fast. We're rotating at over 1,000 miles per hour. Somebody call for hurricane? From the Philippines. Awesome, thanks for joining us. Our planet rotates that fast. It does. 1,600 kilometers per hour at the equator. And many millions of miles per hour going around the Milky Way. Oh, it's about to rain there. Well, I'm glad you're here to enjoy the view. So we're up to 200 folks here online with us today. Welcome everybody. Bringing you the total eclipse from a very windy location this morning, unfortunately. Hi from India. Hey, welcome. Glad to hear it. Glad to have you here, folks. A little bit of shaking going on just because the telescope is moving a bit with all the wind this morning. We are, hi Tina, we are in Los Angeles. Welcome, Jer. Gypsy from California. Hey, there we go. Let's keep going, folks. Keep sharing that out there. Love to see all these shares and all these people joining us online here. No matter where we are right now, all throughout Asia and throughout North and South America, we're getting the same view. Most of North America. And that was so bright out now, it's getting pretty dark. It is. Look at how dark it's getting. That's amazing. I've been looking at the phone and not looking up. Thanks, Gary. Good afternoon from Bangalore. Oh, welcome. Oh, that is pretty dark with the full moon. The all dark skies be behind us on Earth. Yes, absolutely, I agree. Irvine, California. Welcome, Chris and Trish. It is very windy here. It's about 60 to 70 kilometers per hour gusting right now. So yes, it is very windy. Thank you from Bali. Welcome. Hi, Aruda from Iman, India. Hello from St. Marcos, Texas. Welcome everybody. Montreal, Canada. Here we go. Here we go. Keep sharing it, folks. Hi, how are we doing? We're doing okay. We are in a very windy location, but we can't really avoid the wind. That's why so they call it a blood moon. Well, it's called a blood moon simply because of the color that's going to appear when it does completely eclipse. The moon is passing through Earth's deeper shadow. We cast a long shadow out into space, millions of miles out into space. Southern California, welcome. And Diane says from Central New Brunswick, welcome. Hey, Durham, England. There we go. First time going to see an eclipse in person that rains. Hi from Ireland. Hey, welcome. Blood moon will be present when the total eclipse? Yes, it will be. Yes. So what's happening right now is the moon's passing through our umbra, the darker part of our shadow. We cast this long shadow out into space, millions of miles out into space. And the moon passes first through the fainter part of our shadow. And now it's passing through the deeper part of our shadow. And that part of our shadow, what's happening is the sunlight is hitting our Earth on the opposite side of the planet, of course, right now. The sunlight passes through our atmosphere, a thick atmosphere, closer to the horizon, around the planet, and then that light gets refracted, bent through the thick atmosphere, all the particles that are in the atmosphere, and it gets scattered up into its different wavelengths, just like light passing through a prism. And as it does that, oh, here comes the wind again. As it does that, the red wavelengths extend back far out into space. So what happens there is that the sun is passing through those red wavelengths that we're casting out into space, or sorry, the moon, and that's what causes this eclipse to happen. Snowing in my parts, oh well. It will turn red when it's total for sure. It'll be about 20 minutes away. Uranus is starting to brighten as well. Yeah, so that should be there as well. Right? Uranus? Right up there somewhere. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, all the corners of the Earth except for Oz. Well, even that'd be good. We're up to 300 followers now. It's perfect, folks. Just keep sharing it. Love to see this get out there as much as we can. So glad to have everybody here with us on this cool, windy morning. Playing peekaboo up back in Buffalo. My local time here is let me have a look. My other phone. It's 5:52 a.m. right now for us, Atlantic, Canada time. Watching from my couch in Glasgow. There we go, Megan. Happy to have you here. Local time 5:52 here for me, Atlantic, Canada. AM. Oh, PM for you. Okay. Good morning from Spring Hill. Hi, Judy. Jody. I'm sorry, my eyes are watering. It's hard to see. Well, from Adelaide, Australia. Well, there you go. There we are. That's nice. Right around the world.
Watch it in the daytime?
Yeah. Watching Biddeford, UK, Calgary, Alberta, Prince Rupert. Welcome, everybody. The comments are going by here really quickly. Morning from England, Nina. Brian Mills watching from Fredericton. Moncton here in Sydney, Australia. Welcome. So glad to have everybody here with us. We're getting close to the totality phase. Greetings from Commonwealth of Virginia. Let's see, we're at, what time are we at right now? Coming to you from Atlantic, Canada, here in St. John, New Brunswick, Atlantic, Canada. We're along a windy location, unfortunately. The wind has picked up quite fiercely earlier, but it's starting to die off. Well, it comes in spurts, I guess. And we are passing through, getting close to totality. Totality for us here is going to occur at 6:16. So we're still 20 minutes, I guess, 20 minutes away from totality. It's going to take another 20 minutes before we lose the moon in our view here. Hi from Gold Coast, Australia. Well, this is awesome to see people reaching in Indonesia. Wow, great. Northeastern part of India. There we go. 22 minutes to go. Thank you. It's a great view here now. It's so nice to be able to share this with everybody around the world. Wow. Technology is wonderful, isn't it? It's about 7 degrees, I guess maybe more like 5 degrees here at the moment, 5 degrees Celsius. Winds gusting anywhere from 50 to 70 kilometers per hour. Dying down every once in a while, but nice to be able to get to chat to everybody. Nice people watching from around the globe. You bet, Steve. I love this part. Checking in from Hawaii. Wow, this is awesome. Thanks, folks. Keep sharing there. That's great. We've got up to 430 people online with us now. There's a whole lot more out there in the world who'd like to see this as well, so keep sharing. We're getting close to totality, another 18 minutes or so. It's a pleasure for offering this to you. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Toronto. Welcome from India and from Philippines. Thank you, Rebecca, from watching from India. Good morning, Janelle. As we get close to totality, what's going to happen for us here in Atlantic, Canada? Watching from Brooklyn. Hey, in Sydney, Australia, Philippines. Keep letting me know where you're joining from. That's great, folks. I'd love to see this. Hi from Malaysia. 5:56 p.m. in the Philippines right now. We're gonna in Atlantic, Canada. We're not going to get to see the complete eclipse. We'll get to see it totally eclipsed here, of course. We'll get to see that part. South Africa, North Carolina. Wow, this is awesome. Wales, UK, Rosse, from India as well. Quebec, Montreal. Hello from the Philippines. Welcome, everybody. India time 3:26. Atlantic Canada time is at 5:57 right now. Our total eclipse will happen at 6:16 Atlantic time, so another almost 20 minutes, I guess. Welcome from Washington, South Africa, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. This is incredible. Ireland. It will turn red in about 15 minutes time. Moon is completely passing into our umbra, the darker part of the shadow that we cast out into space. The moon is going to be bathed in sunlight here shortly. Red light that gets refracted around our planet through our atmosphere and gets reflected back out into space, millions of miles out into space, and the moon happens to pass through it. So that'll be happening very soon. So fantastic to see everybody on board here. Go ahead and share. I'm going to be on here for another hour at least. Yeah, about 15 to 20 minutes, I guess, before totality for us here. Oh, Robin, if you're outside, I'm not sure where you are, but in my area, it's setting in the west-northwest right now, so that's where we would see it. The Beaver Moon, for sure. Hi from India.
I posted the Beaver Moon.
I saw your picture. Big beaver stuck inside of the moon. Hey, from Tamil Nadu, India. Hello from Tennessee. This is incredible. Reaching around the world here. Hey, Brian. Sorry, Samantha from Assam, India. Dan from Australia. Awesome, Queensland. Hi from Delaware. So we are just a little while, not very long now, another 15 minutes, I guess, before we get to totality. Hello from Indonesia. Keep sharing, friends. Thank you, Sonia. Please do. From Pakistan, welcome. Name of the telescope I'm using is an Astrotech AT 72 ED refractor telescope. So it's a 3-inch refractor telescope, an ED dispersion, extra dispersion glass, I guess it's called. A small refractor telescope with a 40mm eyepiece, Celestron Nex YZ adapter, which it clamps around my eyepiece and allows me to set my cell phone inside the eyepiece. I'm using a Huawei P30 Pro phone at the moment, and that's how we're broadcasting to you, just through a cell phone. Lots of hi, Long Island. Hi from Ontario. In Arizona. Well, awesome. Philippines. Hey, glad to have you here. Virginia Beach. Getting close, folks. You can see that we're almost there. Greetings from Scos Islands. Interesting. All these places I never heard of. Sister sent me this link from Hampton to England. Awesome. Good to have you here, Anne. Love seeing people all over. I do too. This is awesome to see people from all over the world joining us. It's so great that we're living in a time of technology that we can bring this to people. Everybody from the Philippines here. Great to see you all. Thank you for joining us. Hi from India. Welcome. In New Zealand. Hey, great. Good to have you here. Thank you for the comments there. Great to how much can I magnify with this telescope? Well, we can magnify. This one is a small refractor, so we're only sitting at about 20 times magnification right now, but I wanted to get this really nice view. And here we go. We're starting to get this nice colorful view now. The view is going to change a lot. I'm going to try to make adjustments here for focus, because the phone is going to try to adjust for exposure. A little bit windy here. I know it's the wind is up quite a bit. I'm going to try to get our focus back again. The phone is going to be bouncing all over the place here. It's trying to adjust for exposure. Where do you have to be to see this eclipse? Well, you need to be on the night side of the planet, I guess. But anywhere from North America through most of South America, right across the Pacific Ocean into Asia right now is able to pick it up. Okay, so just bear with me. The phone is going to try to compensate for focus. So as we get closer to the total eclipse phase, so the image will change a little bit, might lose focus a little bit, but we'll do our best to try to keep the image as best we can for you. I'll see you on the dark side of the moon. There you go. So the image is changing a little bit now with the exposure. We're getting to the point now. We're getting close to Kenya. Welcome. We're getting close to full eclipse here. I am just using a cell phone, so that's why our image may be a little bit out of whack a bit. I'm going to bring this back to our proper image. There we go. So it'll need a few minutes to compensate. You can see the wind now, the level of wind, how it's picking up. And I'm going to try to improve the focus as we change to totality. Watching from Kentucky. Welcome everybody. The comments are going by here very quickly. I'm only catching the odd one or two out of every 5 or so, but I want to say thank you for everybody for joining and thank you for sharing as well. It's awesome to be able to share this view with everybody. What's happening on the top right corner there, Mike? I wonder.
What's that?
I wonder what's happening up in the top right corner there. It's passing
just
in and
the-
out. It's not.
There's no kind of bridge.
Is the bridge there? No, should be clear. Maybe it's just the phone trying to compensate for exposure, right?
Because it's trying to pick up the mirror and the bright at the same time. Still a good shot.
Okay, so we're holding as best we can here for you folks. It is going to change the view obviously a little bit as we get closer to totality. Way too windy here. Hello from Venezuela. As we continue to offer the view, I'm going to continue to try to keep focused as much as possible. The view is going to continue to change a little bit. As we get closer to totality, the phone, I'm just using a cell phone right now mounted to my telescope, so the phone is trying to compensate for different levels of exposure. But once we get to complete totality, it should bring us that nice orange or red color. Good morning from Dayton, Ohio. Where am I filming this from? This is coming from St. John, New Brunswick, Canada, right on the Atlantic coast. Watching from Toronto. And a very windy St. John, New Brunswick, Canada at the moment. Unfortunately, the wind is picking up even more so. Hello from Jamaica and morning Virginia, Orlando. Morning everybody. We're just a few minutes more now to totality. And we will remain in totality for almost an hour before our minus 25 in Cochrane. I'm glad I'm not out there, Frank. Hope you're nice and warm out there. Beautiful Chicago. There you go. Minus 30 in Canmore yesterday. Oh, there's Steve. Yep. Hello, Steve. Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and Tennessee. Welcome. Enormous Sox Republic. Welcome. And hello from Italy. It is pretty there, and it's awful dark now. I've noticed with the full moon disappearing, the light level has really dropped quite a bit. Alabama, hey. Hey, Steve. Hello from Maryland. When is the blood moon? Well, it's happening now, within another 10 minutes or so. You can see the moon turning that orangey color right now. Hello from Georgia and Philippines and Houston. Welcome, everybody. Now we're pumping up there. We're up to 946 people tuning in with us. Hello from Malaysia and Turkey. Really getting out around the world. This is awesome. Love to see this happening. Oh, thanks for the stuck in the office. Sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you're watching. Hello from Antarctica. Whoa. Okay, now we're really getting around the world. Anybody here from Mars yet? Thailand, and Pakistan, and Melbourne, Australia. Welcome, everybody. Say hi to Korea. You bet. And from New York City, Bangladesh, from Neptune. Awesome. Comments are flying by here so fast now. I'm catching the odd one, but I want to thank everybody for being here with us. It's amazing to be able to share this around the world like we're doing. Technology is a wonderful thing. Hi from planet Earth. You bet, Michael. Edmonton, New Brunswick. Hey, good to see you here. Whoa. What is my favorite spot? My favorite spot would be a location called St. Russ Beach here in St. John, New Brunswick, Canada. It's right along a place we call the Irving Nature Park. It's right along the Bay of Fundy. From that location I can look south to an area where there's hardly any light at all. I get a beautiful view of the Milky Way from there, beautiful view of the planets, and I love to be able to share views like this to people who walk up to me on the beach where I'm set up, offering the view. So we're getting close. It is going to change view again here. I am just offering this view through a cell phone right now. I'm using a Huawei P30 Pro phone attached to a small refractor telescope. But another 10 minutes, I guess, till we're at full blood moon phase. We will remain here right through till about 7:19 Atlantic time as the moon sets. Can you see Uranus? It is to the left side of the moon. It is actually today, right now. Visible from here. With binoculars, you should be able to pick it out. You might be able to pick it out in naked eye if you know exactly where you're looking. Hello from Scotland. So you can see the phone is trying to compensate for different levels of exposure. It's not used to all these different brightness levels, so we're going to do the best we can to keep the image here for you. I'm located at a remote location, of course, set up beside a riverfront where there is a pretty good view of the horizon. But with this type of view, I'm actually in the wide open area too, so there is a fair amount of wind here this morning, blowing from 50 to 70 kilometers per hour, gusting. Dies down every once in a while, but it's nice that it does. Wow, we're up to almost 1,200 people here. This is awesome. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Let's go. That's right. Let's keep sharing it out there. We're going to be another hour at least before it ends. For us in Atlantic Canada, the moon will actually set while it's still eclipsed. Farther out west, you get out in the BC area or even over in Asia, they're going to get a view of the whole event. The lady in red. There we go. And it's a pleasure to bring it to everybody. Thank you for sharing this, everybody out there. Hello from Alabama. Hi, Joanne. Greetings from South Carolina. Welcome, everybody, and Georgia. Bit chilly here, about 5 degrees C, winds from 50 to 70 kilometers off and on, gusting. That's why the volume is not the very best. I am just using my cell phone. For those who have joined on, welcome everybody. I'm using a small refractor telescope, about a 3-inch refractor telescope, a 40 millimeter eyepiece, and here comes the wind again. Last time we had a red eclipse moon was back in May. We won't have another one until 2025. Thank you, Jenica, for that. Happy to bring it to everybody. And from Mexico, good morning, everyone. Good morning from the UK. Hello, Philippines. Greetings from Pakistan. Wow, really getting out there. So a little bit of trouble with focus. The wind is blowing, making it a little bit harder to keep things in focus as well. And the phone itself is having different levels of exposure introduced to it, so it's trying to compensate for all levels. And hello, Colombia, South Africa. The shiny object at the bottom left is actually part of the moon itself. We can see it's bottom right, I guess, for me here. We're almost at the point where we're going to get to full Queensland East. Hello. We're going to get to full eclipse. Sydney, Australia. Welcome. In India. Hello, Singapore. Long Island, Freeport. Welcome, everybody. Many on here from India and Indonesia as well. Hello, Dominican Republic. And from Fiji. Wow, we're really getting out there. It's great. Keep sharing, folks. We're up to almost 1,200 now. Online here with us. Hello from Ireland, North Macedonia, and Australia. The world is watching this. It is. It certainly is. It is amazing, huh? Hello from Australia, in Ohio, in Ghana, in Los Angeles, Maui, Spain. Wow, Maryland. They just keep coming. Hello, New Zealand, and North Texas. This is wonderful, folks. Glad to see that you're all sharing the live feed here. We're truly getting out around the world with this. It's amazing. Hello, Ecuador. And the Grenadines. It will turn red, even more red as we get very close to totality here. We're only about, it's supposed to be happening at 6:16 Atlantic time. We're at 6:15 right now, so we're just a couple of minutes away, I guess. And hello, Belgium. Dominican Republic and India, Malaysia, welcome everybody. Indonesia, nice flags. Aloha from Honolulu. In Indiana, good morning everyone. My mom's basement. There you go. I love it. That's perfect. Okay, we're at a windy, cool morning here in St. John, New Brunswick, Canada. We're on the Atlantic coast. I'm at a location where I'm just on a riverbank right now. We were at right on the Bay of Fundy, but it was very, very windy where we were located. So the wind is starting to die down here a little bit. It's kind of nice. I can get a chance to talk a bit more. The moon is passing through what we call the umbra phase. We cast a long shadow out into space, millions of miles out into space. There's a fainter shadow called the penumbra, and then this one is called the umbra. So the moon is actually passing through the darker part of our shadow now, the umbra. And sunlight is actually being bent around our planet through the atmosphere, all those particles that are in the atmosphere, and they scatter that light like light passing through a prism. The red wavelengths of light are longer wavelengths, so they can extend farther out into space. And what's happening now is the moon is passing through those long red wavelengths of light. And it's like all the sunsets and all the sunrises on the earth happening right now, bathing the moon in this beautiful light. Hello from South Korea. Experience peak at 7:59. Very nice to have you here. Hello, Australia and Bangladesh. So nice to have so many on here with us. I just need a minute to grab a fresh cup of coffee. Well, it's not really fresh, about an hour old, but I doubt it. San Francisco Bay, welcome. I apologize for all the wind that you're hearing here. It's Japan. It is windy at my location. I'm at a remote location, trying to broadcast the best view I can of our eclipse here coming. No, you're not from the moon. I know that. Hello, Puerto Rico. Look, Oklahoma, I understand. It's cloudy here lots of times too. Our maritime weather is really unpredictable. Very difficult to predict. Hello, Japan. This lunar eclipse won't end for another hour yet. For us in Atlantic Canada, we're experiencing the total eclipse here in a few minutes' time. As you can see, it's getting very close. But it will maintain that view probably right through till about 7:30 when our moon sets here in Atlantic Canada. 7:20 Atlantic time. Other parts of the country, they're going to get to experience the whole thing. And parts of Asia are getting to see the whole thing as well. We'll lose the view completely at about 7:20. I'm just trying to improve our view a little bit here. I'm trying to read as many of these comments going by as I can quickly. They are slapping by me pretty quick, so I'm catching every one or two out of every 5 or so that are going by. Hello, Aaron from St. John. Nicely colored here now. Very nicely colored. If you look up at the sky itself, you can see that the colors are really coming out nicely. Quite amazing how dark it is with the moon gone from our sky. Hey Joey, good to see you here. Hello from Italy, Malaysia. I'm using a 3-inch refractor telescope. It's called an Astrotech AT72ED refractor telescope. It's mounted on a Celestron SE mount. S is in Sam, E is in Edward. It's a tracking mount, so it's tracking the moon as the moon moves across the sky. I have a 40 millimeter Celestron eyepiece, and I have what's called a Celestron NextYZ adapter that's attached to the eyepiece, and it's clamped around the eyepiece and allows me to set the phone inside the eyepiece. Hello from Las Vegas. What in Canada? I'm in Atlantic, Canada, in St. John, New Brunswick right now. Oh, good to see the dock. You got a view there in Ohio. Nice. Philippines. Hello, Michigan. Beautiful. It's a pleasure to bring you to. Thank you for everybody for joining on. 1,500 of us online here sharing the view together. Isn't that awesome? Right around the world we're sharing this view. We're all enjoying the view of the eclipsed moon. Hello from Zambia. And I think we just hit the full eclipse now. Hello from Idaho and Sri Lanka. The image is changing quite a bit here. We can see there's a little bit of bouncing around on the image. That's because of the phone trying to compensate for exposure and for the amount of wind that's happening that's causing the telescope to shake a bit. So I'm continually trying to adjust our view with focus a bit to see if things will improve a bit. But I don't want to touch the view too much because I'll disturb what we're actually getting to see. But hello, Jamaica. This is just a cell phone, everybody. We're not using anything more than that. Hello, Indiana. This is 1,600.
Pretty pretty.
1,700.
1,700 what?
People.
Who's counting?
Yeah, who's
Not
counting?
you.
Not me. No, I never count.
I feel it said 2.
Still the same. Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
But it's so nice to be able to share with this many. Wow. Here we are. We're at full eclipse. What's the star sparkling at the bottom right? Hello from Quispamsis, Ellen. And hello from Hawaii, Stella. Comments are flying by here really fast. I'm sorry, but if I'm not getting to all of them, but I am trying to catch every 1 or 2 out of every 5 or so that are going by. Hello from Normanskox Islands in Georgia. Welcome everybody. Seoul, Korea. Hi from England. And I'll be taking a call here in a few minutes' time, I think. CBC will be calling at 6:30, I believe. So I might have to step away from the phone just for the live feed for a moment. Again, that's the phone trying to compensate for focus here. That's what's causing the image shake, and a little bit of wind as well. Or, well, I guess a lot of wind here where I am, but not too bad a view, I guess. Hello from Thailand, beautiful Mrase. There we go. And it is beautiful. Nicely done right there now from our view here in St. John, New Brunswick, Canada. Hi, Robin. Very happy to bring it to you. Thank you for joining us. We're up to 1,800 people online here, Sacramento. Share the view here, folks, if you'd like. I'm going to be online here for another hour. Happy to have as many on here as we can get. I'm going to take a chance here and make sure the phone's plugged in. live feed. I'm still on my phone here. Hey, Josie, thank you. Just gonna take a second and try to plug it into a small battery bank I have here. So bear with me for a second. I'm gonna disconnect the phone. I gotta make sure I get a plug in. Hold on for 1 second there, folks. Just gotta plug in my phone to be sure that I'm still gonna stay live. And I need to drop it back into the holder again. Bear with me. No. I'll go in this way. Hold on 1 second there, folks. I'll be right with you. Some technology changes have to be done here. There's where I am, anyway. I just need another minute to get things adjusted. Bear with me for a second. View back. I'll have it back here to normal in a second. I just had to plug in my phone so that I didn't lose connection. My battery's starting to die down a little bit. We don't want to be doing that. See if we can get our focus back. Bear with me. Almost sun coming up in Milledgeville. Moon has that's what's happening. Our sun is coming up on the opposite side of our horizon right now, so I'm going to try to keep the view as best as I can. I just need to make a few more adjustments to my telephone here. It is actually just being fed through a smartphone to you. I'm going to improve the view here in a second. It's starting to get a little bit lower, closer to the horizon, so we're getting a bit more of a disturbed view, I guess. Harder to keep things in focus. Right by it there and come back again. Zoom out, it's not going to give me much of a view. Stay zoomed in. There. That's about the best we can get with the phone. Of course, the phone is trying to compensate for exposure and bring up the best view we can. Cloudy in Australia, watching from St. John. Welcome, everybody. Crazy wind. That's for sure. No, we won't get to see the eclipse turning back the other way. We are almost at maximum now here from St. John. Trying to keep the image as focused as I possibly can. Hey, New Jersey. No, it's not fake. Yep, the screen has gone fuzzy. I'm going to try that. It's actually getting worse, so we're going to try it back again to where we were. Not able to make much of an improvement from there. Take a look at the other end of the telescope, make sure we're not fogged up at all. So here. That image is the way it is now because I do have a little bit of cloud cover along by the horizon, a small amount, and our image might not improve much more than this. Cell phones have their limitations, of course. They can't pick up everything. Getting to the best we can with the limited information or limited equipment that I have. Yeah, there is some haze there. So I think it's happening mostly here, folks, is the fact that we're getting into some haze in that part of the sky. So it is getting cloudy here as well. I'll say that we are getting down into the haze part of the sky, so our image is not as good as I'd like to see it. Light pollution filter won't help it any, will it?
No, I don't think so.
What about variable polarizing?
Yeah, I don't think so. You're in a haze.
So unfortunately we're down into some part of the haze right now in our sky. Posey, yeah. Hello, Sean. Shouting out to you.
Hey, Sean.
Am I in a spaceship? No, I'm not.
Yeah, there's a major haze coming.
Yeah, very, very heavy haze coming into our part of the sky at the moment. Folks, so we're just going live on CBC here in a few minutes time. I'm just on hold for them. Great. Okay, thank you. I'm going to let you continue to watch the view here while I talk to CBC for a minute. the sky. Yeah, yeah, it is, and they're all over the world joining us, so it's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, the sun's coming up, starting to wash it out in the haze. I'm sorry? Oh yeah, it's fully there. Just sitting in a haze, and then the sun's coming up. So
That's right. And that's a rare thing to see the sun come up and
Well,
the
it
sun at
is.
the same time.
Live on CBC. Yeah, they wanted to start talking about around 6.
Sunlight's watching it.
So we lost it?
I'm getting the
Yeah. I think we're very close to the end here, folks, for us anyway.
it's
Yeah.
the haze and then the sun's washing the side.
So I think we're lost in the haze, obviously. So we're going to call that a day. But I want to thank everybody all over the world here for joining us today. This is amazing to be able to catch you all here. You can go back and watch the live feed on my page. It will be posted on YouTube. Usually they're about an hour behind my live feed. So thank you so much for joining me here. It's been a real pleasure. If you are interested, we do have a Sunday night astronomy show that's offered on YouTube on Sunday nights at 8 p.m.
I thought it was Saturday.
Saturday. It's a Sunday night astronomy show.
That's a-
Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Atlantic time. Myself and my two buddies, Mike Powell and Paul Owen, we get together as amateur astronomers. We talk a lot about astronomy. So you can tune in on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Atlantic time. We broadcast on YouTube and Facebook both on my Astronomy by the Bay channels. And we'd love to see you there as well. So unfortunately, that's all I can bring you for today. Very happy that you could all join me. We are about to almost close to Moonset now anyway. So we're going to say that for today. And thanks so much. Take care, everybody. So much of a pleasure to bring this to you all around the world today. Have a great day, everyone.